and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Another video. As you all have seen from the montage that I've just put on, I've just been to Rome. We've just been to Rome. Literally got back about an hour ago, had a chippy tea, which isn't ideal to say that I'm racing tomorrow. However, it's currently like 3 minutes to 9, which is 3 minutes to my bedtime, and there was no way we could have gone to a shop and then come back and cook tonight. Then like I've unpacked the majority of my stuff, I've just got some bits to hang up. There's no way we would have been able to cook tonight, but it is what it is. I thought I would start off this video by going through all of the parcels that I ordered whilst we were away. So as you can see down here, let me just turn that one over so it doesn't have my address. And that one, as you can see, there are a fair few that have arrived, and that's not even everything either. I've got a few things that are due to arrive tomorrow as well. However, I don't know if I've said this, but I'm going away with work, so I needed to order loads of stuff basically for the time that I'm away. And then I just did some orders because I like to do some orders, so it makes you feel good when you come back. And I actually think this is probably the most exciting. I caved and I got one of the TikTok shop mops. It's been a long time coming, but it finally happened. Let me get some scissors. Scissors secured. This must be in 2 parts. For a minute, you've got to build it. All the pieces are in there. Did I order 2? What the hell? Why have I got 2? Did I order 2? I don't think I did. Yeah, I did. I ordered 2. Well done, Summer. Good. I will see if anyone wants it, and if not, I'll send it back. What an absolute idiot. That's really put a dampener on my mood about how excited I was for this mop. I'll tell you that for nothing. Well, the mop's been built. Very excited. Although I probably won't be using it until the weekend because I've got lots to do. Next one, this is like a lucky draw because a lot of the stuff that I ordered was from Amazon. So I wonder what it is. Oh. There was a little bit of an incident with my bottle on holiday and some dog poo, and that is all I will say, and I refused to drink out of it after that. So I ordered this, which is exactly the same bottle, but it came as a starter pack, so I was like, oh, why not, for like an extra £1, and I got all those gels, which I do actually use High Five gels, and then there's also there's 2 gels, 2 nutrition like mixes, powders to put in, and then 2 electrolyte tablets. So that's always good. That'll come in handy for tomorrow's race, which I haven't mentioned yet. This is from sticking with triathlon nutrition, Tailwind. So someone that I follow on Instagram posted that they got the sample pack, and I've been meaning to try it for ages and just never got round to it. And then when I was away, I was like, well, I've got no excuse now, so let me do that. That's actually really nice. So you put in there which event you're doing, and they write you a little message, which is really lovely. I love it when companies do that, because you know when you just feel like you're a valued customer. I've got a lot of time for that. So this is basically a sample pack of carbohydrate and electrolyte like mix, like powder that you put in your water. And then I've also got a oh right, yeah, that's the same, it's just slightly different. I won't use this tomorrow just because I like to, I always think it's sensible to try these sort of things outside of a race scenario, because if I get a bad belly on whatever part of it, I mean it's only a sprint, but even still, I just don't really fancy that, to be honest. So I will try this for sure on some of my training, and I will probably, or mandarin, lemon, berry, unflavoured, raspberry, tropical, I will have all of those. There's a cola one as well. I probably just won't have the matcha one, so I'll see if someone that I know wants the matcha one. But yeah, that's really sweet. I'm going to pop it on my Insta story. When I was bringing this one upstairs for so long, I was like, what is this? Like, it feels a bit like clothing, but not clothing. I think my camera's gonna die. Like, yeah, like clothing, but not clothing, like rubber. And I was like, I haven't ordered anything like that. And it arrived very quickly, to be fair. So it's a new swim hat from my coach. So yeah, that, hopefully I'll be able to wear that tomorrow. Yeah, we will see, but that is my triathlon coach, if anyone is interested. His name's Scott, part of Tri-Wolf Coaching. So yeah, love it. Lime green. Shout out to Jo, because Jo loves lime green, and when I see this I think of her every single time. 2 to go. No, like, I don't know what this is. It's got my work address on it. Boring tablecloth, table runner. Because we just have like a tablecloth that you have to fold, and it was really annoying me, so I was like, let's get this. So just a little runner to go down the middle, because that's all we actually have, is like a runner on it, and then we have like placemats. So that is perfect. Then got one of these reading things that you put your finger into and it holds your book open, because people that read know that there's nothing worse than like trying to get comfortable and hold your book open. So I ordered one of those. Again, it was like £1. And then some cable ties to keep my cables together for when I'm travelling, because there's nothing worse than cables everywhere, and it is one thing that stresses me out a bit. Sorry if I sound a bit out of breath, I have just run up the stairs. And then this made me really sad. So this was my final order of the stuff that's arrived, and I got just some adapters because that was what I needed. And then I thought, oh, you know what, I'll treat myself to a new Kindle case because mine's like a bit tatty, and this is the Kindle case and I absolutely love it, but I got the wrong size, so I'm gonna have to send it back and order the next size, which is really pissing annoying, but that's what I get for not checking these sort of things. So I'm actually going to sort that return now, because if I don't, then I won't do it. I have processed the order, processed the return and made the order of the next one, so then the money will just come back in and then it's like free money, isn't it? But that was the last of the parcels that have arrived. I have got some skincare stuff arriving in the next few days, and then just some more bits to go away really. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for sticking with me and unpackaging things. I just love watching what other people order when they're out and about, be it clothes, anything really, houseware bits. So yeah, I should probably get to bed. However, training update wise, over the last week I had every intention of going away and training loads while I was out there, and then 10 days ago I was running up the stairs, because you know those people that chase you up the stairs, like, you know what I mean, there's no one there but it just feels like it, and I was running and I got to the top step and I like full on stubbed my toe. And please, if you don't want, I'm just going to put it out here, I'm going to put a photo of how bruised my toe actually was here, so if you don't want to see it then just skip forward 10 seconds. I will put it on very briefly. I genuinely thought I'd broken my toe, like that was what was going through my head, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to go away with work. Pain was like not that big, or like it wasn't that painful, it was just really bruised and quite swollen. So I just kept swimming, did the bike and didn't run. So then coming away or going away, I was like, yeah, okay, I can just pick back up on the running, until Italy decided to go through a heat wave and it was 35 degrees, and even in the morning it was like 30 degrees at like 6-7 o'clock, so it just would have been too hot. I'm not used to that kind of weather. And then again, I had every intention of swimming, but the pool, it was so bizarre, right? We really struggled in the pool because A, it was really busy, even getting down at like 9 o'clock when it opened to go and get sunbeds, you just like, there was then like 30 people there and you just couldn't, I couldn't have swam lengths in it. And the ramps, so usually they'd come down like that and they'd be quite like, there'd be a ramp one side and steps the other or something. But it was like, it came down and then it just went like that, but it was like all the way around the pool, so you couldn't even like, apart from where it was really shallow, you couldn't like relax on the side of the pool, so you literally just had to like, when you went, and because it was so hot you had to keep going in the pool, and then you were just stood there like, this is a bit awkward, we just stood here, and you could see like when it was people's first days because they were trying to figure it out, and there was like, there's no figuring it out. So yeah, that was it is what it is. Like, I didn't want to put too much pressure on going away and smashing the training. I did a couple of runs, 15-20 minutes on a treadmill, a couple of bikes, and we were really active. We were in Rome, so we spent like the morning by the pool, and then the afternoon, evening, we were doing like 15,000 steps around Rome and sort of exploring. So I've got no issues about training, missing it, like it is what it is. It just wasn't ideal that going into it I didn't run for that week, so then I didn't run for 2 weeks, but like well, I did run for 2 weeks because I ran for that second week, but it is what it is. Like, training's not always going to be 100% consistent, and I think as much as we can try and do that, and I haven't missed a session up until this point apart from COVID and illnesses, so I had a solid block of like 3-4 weeks where I didn't miss a single session, so like I'm happy with that. It is what it is. I had a really good time away, and that's what matters to me, and now we push on, see how the race tomorrow goes. I'm looking forward to seeing like a reflection of my fitness, because it'll be interesting to see, because it's the same as the last 2 that I've done, and I knocked like 8 minutes off from 1 to 2, so I'm not anticipating knocking another 8 minutes off, because like obviously the more experience you get and the fitter you get, the harder it is to make such big jumps. But we will see how it goes. So that's a little training update. The race that I am doing tomorrow, it's such a shame that this video is going to go live now, because it's the Lake 62 Cotswolds evening triathlon, and I was just looking for some races and I was like, oh my god, imagine doing a triathlon in the evening. Think how accomplished you'll feel when like Thursday morning you wake up and you're like, yeah, I just had a triathlon last night. And I've absolutely loved it. It's been so much fun. Like I say, I've made quite a big improvement from the first to the second. It was such a shame that I went to the one, and I think I put it in one of the videos, one of the first videos, there wasn't like, it wouldn't have been sensible for me to race that. I've just been having a chat with my mum, because she thinks she had COVID and then went and did an ultra marathon, and now she's really suffering, and I think that was sort of like, yeah, okay, Summer, you made the right call not doing that race. So yeah, that's that. I'm back to work tomorrow because I've literally got 3 days left working here before I go away for a bit. So I need to get everything sorted and then hopefully leaving a little bit earlier tomorrow so I can get to the race because it's like just over an hour away. I need to pack and get my stuff, so I'm going to get up early, sort out like my nutrition, my drinks, packing stuff, and then I will hopefully catch you in the morning. I'll probably just film some stuff on my phone in the morning because it's going to be pretty early because it's just going to have to happen at this point in order to get everything sorted. We have got a Tesco shop arriving tomorrow, so we were sat having dinner earlier and we were like, right, okay, we need some food, but obviously I'm at work, and Alwie was like, oh, I can go shopping. I was like, let's just see if we can order it, and then we managed to get a Tesco slot, so that's being delivered tomorrow, which is just one less thing that I need to worry about, so I can have some decent nutrition tomorrow for my lunch and then have some snacks on the way before I then race, and then come back and have something semi-decent rather than stopping at a service station or something like that, because as lovely as Rome was and eating pizza and pasta is my absolute dream, I haven't had much fruit or veg. I've had like maybe 3 bananas because we were at an all-inclusive breakfast. Like when they had bananas there, we had a banana, but they didn't always have bananas there. So yeah, that's the little life update, a little bit of packing, and I will see you tomorrow when I am getting my stuff prepped and ready for the race. Good morning. It is now the next day, so it's Wednesday, and I need to leave for work in about 10-15 minutes, but when you race in the evening, everything has to be sorted before you go. I am planning to come back at lunch so I can finalise any bits that need finalising. I'm going to drive to work so I can pack my car, get the bits that I need from work, like my helmet, my bike, my shoes. But yes, starting off with the old wetsuit. I don't know what the temperature's been like in the UK over the last week. I don't know what temperature the lake's going to be. I will make a decision about whether I swim in it or not when I get there. It's 400 metres, so it's not anything too much, but yeah, we will see. Then in the same compartment I will pop my goggles because that's then swim stuff sorted, and I will actually just go and grab a hat because I like to always have a hat with me. The old hat from last night. Stick that one in there as well, and then that can be closed. Right at the bottom I'm going to put my spare clothes because they won't be used until after. So I've got some shorts, pants, socks, a little sports bra, and then a very, very creased t-shirt, but that's fine because I'm literally just going to wear it to drive back and then get a shower. Then the next few bits are things that like the bits that are here. So I've got a sports bra, I've got my tri-suit, and then I've got my zone belt, which I will just keep basically down here because I will get changed before I go into that, and just leave the sleeves of the tri-suit down and put a baggy top on, mainly because there's no like real changing facilities or anything like that, so I want to make sure that I'm sort of ready to go. Then sunglasses, they definitely need a clean, but the Oakley Sutro lights, I will give those a clean at lunchtime, but put them in the bag. And then running socks. I can't run in just like normal socks, they have to be sports design socks, otherwise my feet just get absolutely shredded. Just put another hat in for good luck. So then all that needs to go in here now is my nutrition that I made this morning, because I'll put that in there and then put it onto my bike when I put my front wheel back onto my bike when I get there. My towel, so I have one of the dry robe towels and it just makes life so much easier trying to get changed. So put that on there. Cycling shoes and helmet will go straight into my car. I need a race belt. I think that is actually on my list. Yeah, so goggles ticked off, wetsuit, socks, underwear, sports bra, tri-suit. So then I just need towel, race belt and my running shoes to go into here. And yeah, I thought I'd be feeling like a little bit nervous, but to be honest, I'm just not really thinking about it. I think because I've got such a busy day in work, you come back from a week's leave, you know how many emails you're going to come back to. I've got meetings, sports afternoon this afternoon where we're running a tournament, and then I'm planning to leave straight after that, so it's just going to be chaos really. So yeah, looking forward to it, looking forward to racing on my new bike. And yeah, I will probably catch you as I'm getting ready to go, and then I'm going to ask Albie nicely to film some clips, and I think Jordan may be coming along as well, depends on his work, but he's not racing. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome. Come on,
You're bigger than mine.
it's been 16 months. She's still a baby, still there. Come on, Summer. Come on, Sam. Hello, Matt. That's 20 seconds. Yeah. Very nice. And if you do that and then make another 10, that's 30.
Good morning, it is the next day. I feel like having these eyelashes on is doing me a world of good right now, because I am absolutely just done, like shattered. My training readiness on my Garmin is poor, and my sleep score was 63, shorter than ideal, not enough REM sleep. Just with the getting back late, then trying to like wash my wetsuit, sort that out, sort my bag out so that it wasn't just a massive pile for me to sort out at a later date, have a bit of food, which I ate a bagel on the way home, and then I had another bagel that was like chicken and halloumi and stuff, but I just couldn't stomach it. Like it was just not going down. So when I got back, I had a flapjack and a protein shake so that I could get some protein in for recovery, and I could get some calories in from the flapjack basically. But I don't actually feel too hungry this morning. When my alarm went off, I was just like, really? I feel like I was asleep for like 10 minutes. However, last night, I can't deny, I got a 30-second PB, right? And that is amazing. So the start was slightly different this time to the previous even 3 times that I've been. I know I didn't race the last time, but when they've done it before, it's been a trickle, so like just go one at a time. But they were explaining because of the amount of people racing, and they didn't want the drafting on the bike because it was a non-draft legal race, they set people off in 50s, but rather than setting people off in 50s and still trickle feeding it, it was like, it's quite a narrow start, and it was like, right, next 50 go. So it's then down some steps into the lake, and it took 20 seconds. Like, I looked at my watch because I started it as I went over the timing mat, and I looked at my watch as I was about to like dive into the water, and not like dive, but as I was about to fall into the water, and it was like 15 seconds. So then by the time I'd actually managed to get around people to start swimming, it was like 20-30 seconds. So I feel like had it have been a trickle start, I probably would have been a little bit happier with my time, because it would have been more relative to the last ones. But like, it is what it is, and I'm just overly harsh on myself. Like, you did 30 seconds better than you've done before on that course, so I don't know why I can't, like, I'm not happy with that. Looking into the like physical comparisons from like this one to the last one, so I've just been through my Strava and screenshotted the 3 times. So the first time I did it was 11 minutes 31. It's about a 400 metre swim, about. So that was 11:31. Then the second time was 10:28. And then the third time was 9:54. So I've consistently, like the first to the second, I took off a minute, and then I took off 30 seconds in the swim part of it, which is pretty much where the progress came from this time around, which I am not mad about at all. Looking at the bike was actually a little bit slower, I believe, by 0.3 of a mile. So it was literally by about 40 seconds, and I think that was just because there was a lot more people on the road. So I felt really strong on the bike, so I was surprised that the time was less. Just look at the distances. So the one, I mean, it's the same route, but the distances tracked different. So this one tracked 10 miles and the other one tracked 9.9. So that could play a part, maybe the route that I sort of took. But like I say, there were more people on it, so I had to be more cautious when I was overtaking people of like not drafting. And then there was like cars, so then when I was trying to overtake like 2 people, I had to hold back a little bit because I wanted the car to go past before I did it, because it is just still on a road, and like we don't have, it's not closed roads or anything. So like, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that was about the same, considering I haven't really cycled for the last week and I'm still getting used to being on a new bike. I've got no doubt that that would continue to improve, but when I look at it, I've improved by 2.5 miles an hour since May, so, and I've knocked 5 minutes off it since May, so I can't be mad about that. And then the run was 23:42, so it's just shy of 5k. I've just like struggled to find my running legs of recent, and then having 2 weeks out of it isn't the most ideal situation. However, it's not as though I've taken 2 weeks off, and this is what I'm trying to remind myself, and this is why I'm telling you, it's not as though I've taken 2 weeks off just because I couldn't be bothered. It's because I couldn't run in that first week, and then the second week I did run, but nothing specific training wise. I've got no doubt that it will start to come back. I have got, let me have a look, like 57 days, so say 3 months really. September, October, no, 2 months, good maths of that. So like, I've got no doubt that I'll continue the training and get to the race, so we will see how it goes. The main thing is I'm enjoying the training. I really enjoyed the race last night. I didn't feel too nervous in the run up to it, and I think that was because I just tried to remove the pressure that having a week off before is good because you're resting, but I was just eating loads of carb heavy food, which is fine, but it wasn't ideal prepping the run up to it. Then flying back, literally getting back late, having a chippy tea, going into work, and then you know what it's like when you go into work after you've been on leave, just trying to catch up with everything. It had been a bit of a stressful day, so all in all, I am happy with the result. I just put a lot of pressure on myself to do things, and I think it's because when I got onto the run, I was like, oh, I could do this in a certain time, and I was 30 seconds over that time. But then when you consider the swim faff, I would have been at that time, so that is a bit more of a reflection of my fitness level, I guess. I feel like I'm just rambling, but I wanted to share how I honestly felt about it, because I think that's important, that sometimes we do put too much pressure on ourselves, and sometimes we don't just sit back and say, you know what, actually, that was the win. Like, I've just done so well. I've done better than I did last time, and why can't we just say that and say, yeah, that was incredible, that was amazing, I really enjoyed it. Why does there always have to be a but I wasn't too happy with it? Let's just, next time you achieve something, or you win, or you feel like you've done something really well, just reward yourself for that and tell yourself that you are proud of yourself for doing that, and don't let there be a but, even though in my scenario there is a but I'm trying to say, no, Summer, you did well, you got a PB, how can you not be happy with that? So yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of a ramble, but I just wanted to quickly say thank you to Jordan, who I know will be watching this, for coming along and supporting and getting some photos and videos, and then also thanks to Albie, who definitely won't be watching this, for coming along, being in the car with me, putting up with my stress head, getting some content, and then sitting in the car with me on the way back to make sure that I didn't fall asleep. And yeah, just supporting me. It really makes a difference having people around you that are supportive, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, thank you both. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap the video up. Thank you for getting to this point, listening to me ramble, putting up with my moans and groans and my online shopping habits. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is when you are watching this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.